So if you remember, we talked about similar triangles before, and we said that similar triangles were the same shape but two different sizes. And so that means that all of the sides are going to change proportionally. Now, when we talk about similar 3D figures, the sides change proportionally, but it changes how the area and the volume are related to each other. So if you think about it, area is a flat thing. Like, for instance, the area of a rectangle is length times width. We're talking about the space that that rectangle covers. How many dimensions do we have to multiply to get the area of something? We have to multiply 2 dimensions, which means area is a 2-dimensional construct. And so when the sides, or the dimensions, that's the pieces of a figure, change in a certain ratio, the area will change in a slightly different ratio because area is 2-dimensional. So you have to raise it to the second power because there are 2 things changing, not just one. All right, well, volume, like for instance, the volume of a box is length times width times height. And volume is a 3-dimensional construct. So when we talk about how the volume changes, it's going to have to change in the 3rd dimension. Because if the figures are similar, that means the length, the width, and the height will all have to change. 3 things are changing, so you'll raise it to the 3rd power. All right, so what we need to be able to do on this chart is we need to be able to get back and forth between different things. Let me make this bigger really quick. Okay, so if we're right here in the dimensions category or the sides category, like if they told us that the sides of a rectangle are in the ratio 2:3, and they asked us what would be the ratio of their areas, to get from this to this, you just square the numbers. And to get from this to this, you would cube the numbers. So square, cube. Going backwards is a little bit more difficult. If you're here at a squared and b squared and you want to go backwards to the sides, the opposite of squaring something is square rooting it. If you are here at a cubed and b cubed and you want to go backwards to the sides, you take the cube root of it. Now the cube root in your calculator is under the math menu. So in your calculator, if you hit the math button, you'll see the cube root is option number 4. And so you can take the cube root of the number just by going math 4 and then typing in the number that you want. Now, you'll see that there's no way to get directly from here to here. So if you want to get from here to here, you have to go all the way back and then come back to the squared. So that one is a little bit tougher than most. I didn't talk much about perimeter, but perimeter is just where you add the sides together. So the dimensions and the perimeter, those actually have the exact same ratio. You'll see how to use this chart a little more when we get into the examples.